Hey guys, welcome to the video. As you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about the Chelsea versus Liverpool game. A shocker again, right? Another draw at home, more VIR disallowed goals. I don't know where to even start, to be honest with you. But there are some things that I wanted to point out before we even kind of dive into the game. And that's if changing the manager at this time was a good thing or not. I feel like, yeah, because, well, kind of because it alleviates some pressure where a lot of fans kind of wanted him gone in the first place. But then, what, at the same time, I feel like regardless of who the manager is, with these players, they're always gonna have these finishing issues, and I feel like finishing at Chelsea has been rare for the past couple years. I feel like the one guy who I was confident in scoring a goal was Marcus Alonso, and he's no longer here. Uh, But like I said again, a shocker. Nobody really wants to lose to Liverpool or any team, to be honest. But it sucks when you got some goals that you know VAR comes in, the offside. It's just too much to dive in at once. So let's just go step by step. So first of all, Chelsea, like I said, they have a finishing problem, right? They can't finish. It doesn't matter if it's Havertz, Chilwell, Joao, Mudrik. There's a finishing problem where the buildup always looks nice. Everything is looking professional. But when it's time to put the ball in the net, it just I don't know. I I don't play striker, right? But and I don't want to make it seem like it's an easy job, but it's your job. Are very persistent in this finishing problem to the point where I really don't know who they could bring into the club, right? I don't think anybody in the world right now is really, really good, right? I mean, you can always just see form from other players, right? But there has to be some kind of bullshit juju, right? Some kind of shit. Something happened, right? There's something they need to bring Sage to the ground because it doesn't make any sense why all these chances are never put in the back of the net. When we all play FIFA, right? And it feels like it's kind of easy to put the ball in the net, but I don't know. I feel like for them that should be the primary goal. The primary goal should always be to score the goals. And for example, let me take it back one game and we can go back to the Aston Villa game where Mudryk took the touch and he was supposed to slot it and he just misses. And then the next chance, he gets the ball into space and then shoots it too early. So I don't know if they got an anxiety problem, mental illness, something. Some they got something going on over there that doesn't make any sense to me. And maybe the other players might just kind of laugh it off and just say it's football, but if you want to win, you have to score. That's just the requirements of the game, right? I don't think you get credit for all the little spin moves you do looking like fidget spinners, right? You can do Ronaldo 2008 montage chop, right? But if you're not scoring, there's no end game to it. There's nothing there, right? I'm just sitting there watching highlights, and nothing to show for it. At the end of the game, it's always a 0-0. Two managers shake hands and they go home. That's it, right? And then we get a bullshit ass press conference talking about, yeah, we should have finished. Yeah, we should have finished. Yeah, everybody knows that, right? Everybody knows you should have finished, but you just don't finish. I really don't know what to tell you, right? I don't know if you got to put something into their feet. I don't know, start cheating. I don't even know if it's even possible to cheat, but something has to change when it comes to finishing, right? You brought in Lukaku last year, who was supposed to be number one finisher, right, in Europe. And he went out there and looked like shit. Right? So and the media pressure should not be putting that much pressure on you that you can't put the ball in the back of the net. Right? Chelsea released all these videos of the freaking training, and these guys are scoring from Africa. Right? They're literally shooting from Africa, putting a top left. And then when we get into a match, you're fluffing chances from the 1 yard line. It really doesn't make any sense. Right? And it gets to the point where it gets annoying because you see the same thing over and over. Conte gives it to Havertz. Havertz flips it. He makes a face. Kovacic, easy goal that he's supposed to score, face. Right? And I'm like, all these like expressions, I don't know if they train themselves to make it look like they're upset, or if they are upset, at some point, when do you tell yourself, I have to finish these chances? Right? When I don't know if these players go home and look at what happened, but if I miss that much chances, trust me, I'm not going to training tomorrow. I'm going somewhere else, bro. I'll be too embarrassed to sit there and watch myself miss 20 chances, you know, and the guys tell me that, oh, don't worry, you did a good job. They're lying, right? Whoever's telling these guys that, they're lying, right? They're not doing a good job, right? Just like with Warner, how many times? I think it was like 5,000 times he hit the crossbar, right? We don't get points for that. I wish. You know what? If Chelsea got points for hitting crossbars, VAR, we would have been top of the league, right? But we're not. So I don't know what needs to be told to them. I don't know what manager could come in, right? You might as well get a whip or something. I don't know. Start taking money out their pockets. Only pay them if they score, because these guys are sitting on bags of money, right? They're sitting on bags of money just to sit there, miss a goal, go home to their model girlfriends or whatever they got with their freaking 1,000-inch TVs and 5 dogs from freaking China, some rare ass Logitech brand dog. I don't know. But, I feel like they're too content, right? They just say, it's football. Then they go home to their lives where, they could just shut that stuff off. I don't even know if these guys even care about their legacy, right? I don't know if they can say they care, right? But how many times are you gonna fluff it, right? I feel like Joao just needs that little extra push, right? I can't be too hard on Joao because he's coming on a loan and he looks like he wants to be here and he looks like he's trying, but they need some finishing practice. Havertz, I don't even know what to tell you, to be honest. How many times? How many times has Havertz missed 2,000 shots, right? And then 2 weeks later, he freaking scores against Astro Gogo, and then he looks at the crowd like he's Ronaldo, right? Like, yeah, yeah, like, who's talking shit now? Where are the critics now? Yeah, because you scored against Astro Gogo. They're not even good, right? They're not good, and the goal you scored looked lucky anyways, right? So it's not even just being direct to Havertz. It's, bro, you're a forward player at a big club. You are expected to score. And I get it if the the defenders come out looking like prime Maldini and freaking flashback Sergio Ramos, but they're not, right? They're not doing anything. They're not even, the other center backs are not even shot blocking, right? They're not shot blocking. They're not doing nothing, right? Sometimes it's literally just I wouldn't say open net. I don't want to lie, but do you know what? If you shoot the ball in a certain way, I'm pretty sure the ball will go there, right? So, I don't know. And sometimes, my next point is their decision making. How many times do you see Chelsea have an easy route and they always go for this? For example, the Liverpool game today, where Kovacic, you have it out, right? You have it out just to pass the ball right to the guy who's there, and he could just put it in, right? It's that easy. And with Mudryk too, Mudryk, I feel like he was so keen on scoring that he didn't care who was next to him. But the better play, at that moment, if it keeps happening, if you keep going back to the film room and you see that you're seeing a lot of chances where there's two of you open, right? And you're in a scenario where it's kind of like a 2v1, is that not being practiced, right? Is the lookup not being practiced where you can just slot it to your guy and he puts it in? Or do you always have to be the guy who scores, right? There's not really any kind of focal point at Chelsea when it comes to players. There's not the main guy you want to have the ball, because everyone wants to be a superstar and everybody wants to put the ball in their net. But at the same time, you got to play as a team, right? You have to play as a team. There's no point of wearing the jersey if you're just gonna go out there and play for yourself. Every time it's Havertz might get the ball and there might be a run, and instead of looking at the run, he shoots it. Right, and the way he shoots it, it's like a plastic foot. I don't know what it is. Right, no power, no nothing. The keeper gets it. And I don't even think the keeper. They need to start interviewing the keepers after the game and ask them, "Hey, was that even a tough shot to block? Maybe the pressure, right? The pressure's a lot where everything feels like everything needs to be stopped. But in reality, ask the keeper, interview the keeper 2 hours after the game. He'll tell you, yeah, that Havertz shot was trash, right? Or that was trash. So it's like, I really don't know, right? You got Chelsea puts all these videos online, their highlights, like I said, scoring from Africa, but when it comes to the game, they're just not scoring and not playing as a team, not looking around, always playing individually. It's always the guy with the ball who is, if the ball's coming in from the midfield and there might be a running behind or a pass there, they're not even looking at each other, right? So is communication just not gelling enough, right? The video doesn't show all of what Chelsea is. The video and the highlights just show the fifth string goalkeeper going up against Havertz on a 1v1, where I'm pretty sure the goalkeeper really doesn't, he's really not going to be scolded for having Havertz score. No one's going to be, no one's going to tell that fifth string goalkeeper, yeah, you let in too much. You got to go home. No, they'll keep him. They'll keep him around, right? Because that's what they need. They just need guys who they can use during the practice. As you can see, frustration, and I don't know, really, to be honest. And hopefully, they could really, change the way they look next game against Wolves. Maybe everybody could score, I guess, but who knows, right? I know the finishing problem is not going to go away after a game, even if they win. And there's bigger games to come, so there's no really point in dragging it. But hey, appreciate you guys watching. Leave some comments. I'd love to see what you guys have to say about it. And yeah, see you again in the Wolves game. Thank you.